Hello there, my lovelies. So this is a very basic lesson. It's about boiling pasta, but I've learned some things in my 30 years that you may or may not know. So first of all, you want to make sure the water is boiling. The pasta will be gummy if you put it in before it boils. Now I'm using a relatively, well, it's a medium to large saucepan. See, it has a handle that makes it a saucepan. And I have salted my water because that means the salt will cook into the pasta. Now I'm only making 2 servings of pasta because it's just me. And you want to make sure that it's in and stirred. Stirring helps the noodles separate. Oh, so much steam you can hardly see anything. All right, so I put a spoon here. I don't know if it absolutely works or not, but it seems to help. So I do turn the boil down a little bit. But if it would happen to rise all the way up, this spoon kind of breaks it, stops it. And 2 of the other tips are, I know a lot of people recommend putting oil in the water, but that coats the pasta and just adds fat you don't need. So it coats the pasta and it doesn't stick to itself, but sauce doesn't stick to it either. So use that technique sparingly and wisely. The last one, or the next one, I think it's the last one, is I don't rinse my pasta because what you're doing is rinsing off the starch on the outside of the pasta. And that also keeps your sauce from sticking. The starch is there to hold on. It grabs on to the pasta. Now, if you're doing a very thin sauce and you don't necessarily want it to hold on to the pasta, then by all means, you can rinse it. And I do either add a tiny, minimal amount of oil or rinse the pasta if I am saving it and going to have it left over. It does help it not stick to itself. But you can also drop it back in boiling water the next day and it will separate without that. Okay, that's it. I'm just cooking this for 10 minutes. I like mine not mushy for sure. Oh, I know, the last tip. I knew there was another one. I buy Italian pasta made in Italy only, and you can get it really pretty reasonably. So the reason being is because they really use quality ingredients. And I guess that's about it. So yeah, just definitely, you know, I think that was only $1.99 at Kroger, so it's not outrageously expensive. But I just prefer it. My gut doesn't react to regular cheap pastas, the gluten or whatever. But anyway, there you go. That's how to cook pasta. Oh, and then drain. All right. Okay, just like almost forgetting to tell you how to cook pasta, I almost forgot the final step. Draining it, just because. And I do recommend setting a timer and then tasting it. I use a tongs to get the pasta out. And then adding it to your bowl. Whoop. Steaming quite a bit. All right. Enjoy. I hope you learned something. And please subscribe, like, comment, ask me any kind of question. Thank you. Well, cooking question. All right, thanks.